All right. Been doing a lot of thinking this week, and I just wanted to say things are really out of control right now. People need to understand something here. Right now, what we're seeing amidst all the chaos that's going on around, how this started, it started in Ferguson. Now it's ramping up and going on in other cities and states. What people need to understand, there's a difference between a civil war and a revolution. There's a difference. A civil war is when the people fight amongst the people. A revolution is when the people realize that the system is corrupted. The government is corrupted. The government is the ones who are using people's anger as a tool, okay, to continue their corruption. This is why you're seeing it on mainstream media. This is why you are seeing people like Al Sharpton and people who are wanting the riots, who are wanting to burn down cities, given a platform. Right now, this is a battle for control. Whether you want to call it between the Republicans and the Democrats, whether it be black versus white, whatever label you want to put on it, but the real culprit is the system. The real culprit is the government, because they do not have enough brain matter up here to lead anything. That is why all the chaos is going on right now. But see, there's a lot of people out there, whether they be black, white, brown, or any other color of the rainbow, who live in the United States, who don't know what their rights are. Who doesn't know how important the Constitution is. Read your Bill of Rights. It's very clear. Okay? That is what you should be fighting for. But you have MSNBC, and you have the government, and you have your president trying to put a label on it, trying to give you an enemy, when the enemy is the one opening his mouth and lying to you. It is the one who is supporting the people, like Al Sharpton, who tells you to go down. You don't have jobs, right? You want a job? But he tells you to go burn down the Advanced Auto Parts. He tells you to go burn down your city. You really think you're going to be able to get a job then? When you don't have anything to go to work? Or how about the people who struggled just to get a job at that place? And now everybody's angry and wanting to go burn down the damn city because Al Sharpton and these other people are getting on TV and they're given a platform on mainstream media to get people more angry and give them reasons to be angry, when instead the people should be saying, wait a minute. Where were you when I couldn't get a job? Where were you when my best friend died? Where were you speaking for him? They weren't. They are doing this because they want to control everything. They want to control the system. They don't give a shit about you. It's about the power and the control. You need to read your Bill of Rights. And it doesn't matter what color you are. If you're an American citizen in this country, then those rights pertain to you. And if anything, we should all be fighting for those rights. Because if anything, the government's screwing us and the system's screwing us. All of us. And it makes me really sad because I try to sit here and think on how I could explain this. Because they are going to say whatever they want to say on the mainstream media, and there's going to be people that are going to buy it. And there's going to be people who lose a lot. Because I guarantee you, if civil war breaks out, There's going to be a lot of innocent people who are going to die. And you know who's going to benefit? The government. You know who's going to benefit? The military-industrial complex. You know who's going to benefit? The government. You know why? Because they're going to come in there with their tanks and their guns, and they're going to declare martial law. And they're going to be taking people to prison and putting them, innocent people, in prison. You think what we're going through is bad now? This is the reason why they're ramping it up. They're using you. Do you not understand that? Think about it. Read your Bill of Rights. And once you read those, you're going to realize that a lot of them have been taken from you. And it's not from the people. And it's not from the black man or the white man or the Mexican man. It's from the government. Everybody wants to talk about what happened with the slaves. They want to talk about what happened to the Indians. Who do you think did that shit? It doesn't matter what color they were, because if you want to get down to it, the people of Africa sold their own people. The government, all right, and these wealthy families that have been around for years, Rothschilds, Rockefeller, all of them, they're still here. They're still causing wars. They're still causing problems. And you know why they're doing it? Money. That's why they're doing it. They don't give a shit about you. They'll use you as a tool to get what they want. Because if they know if they start any kind of war, it doesn't matter what war it is, they're going to profit off of it. So there's going to be a lot of blood that is going to be spilled. And there's going to be a lot of white blood, and there's going to be a lot of black blood, and there's going to be a lot of, let's just take the labels off of it. There's going to be a lot of American blood. Whether you be a Native American, an African American, a Caucasian American, a Mexican American, it does not matter. Innocent blood is going to be spilled on all sides of this, and your children, our children, the people's children, our people, Americans, are going to suffer. Not the elite, not the government that can go hide in their bunkers or go fly off to their island somewhere with all the money that they've stolen off the backs of Americans. Nobody thinks of it that way. They turn on MSNBC and you have Al Sharpton on there talking about killing white people and burning down cities and everything else. But they don't tell you what's going to happen when all that shit starts. More blood is going to be spilt. American blood is going to be spilt. And these elitists and the government is going to gain from it. That's what's going to happen. And it makes me fucking sad. I sit here and I'm crying because if people would just read their Bill of Rights, read the Constitution, it puts the power into your hands. It makes you realize the ones who are using you as a tool to get what they want have been taking those rights from you. You want to talk about civil rights? You want to talk about rights as a whole? The government in this system is putting us all into slavery, okay? We may not see the chains around our wrists and our ankles. We may not hear the clanks of it. But that's what they're doing. And they're doing it to our children. And I'm just hoping that, there's some more people out there that are going to be brave enough to stand up and say this. People who are going to be brave enough, no matter what community you are in, that will stand up and say this. Just read your Bill of Rights. Realize what has been done to you from the system, from the government. It has gotten worse over the last 10 years, not better. And a lot of people say, well, yeah, it has got better. Oh, really? Then why are you marching in the streets? Why do you feel like you have to burn down your cities? Why do you feel like you have to go through this? Has it really gotten better? No, it hasn't. What they want is they want a civil war Okay? So that way, we are fighting each other because they know the people are sick and tired of this shit. They're sick and tired of the dictatorship bullshit. I mean, we are all here in this together, and it doesn't matter what happens. We're going to suffer if we don't stand together. We are all going to suffer. So, I mean, if watching your family members die and watching your cities burn to the ground and looking at your mother as she cries after everything she's worked hard for, and your father cry after everything they've done to get you to where you are, because it's going to be horrible. I'm hoping there'll be a smack of reality and people will wake up. But as long as I've been doing this, I mean, it's gotten a little bit better. There's more people waking up, but right now is the time, because I'm telling you right now, you think what's going on right now is bad, it's going to get worse. You think police brutality is bad? Wait till they bring in the military. Wait till they start throwing people in the back of buses or whatever, and they stack right in your neighborhood, and they start throwing your neighbors into there and taking them away. And killing people right in front of your face. That's what's going to start happening. It's only going to get worse. We need to stand up for the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. And we need to stand together, because they don't expect that. There is no in-between in this. You can't. They want us separated. Do you understand that? They want us segregated. They want us fighting each other. They want bloodshed. The system, the evil, the government. If they didn't, they would already be taking care of these problems. They're not. They're enhancing it. They are giving the evil a platform. They are opening the door to our enemies and letting them in. They think the way they see it is order out of chaos. Rahm Emanuel on live TV says, never let a crisis go to waste. Look it up. It's easy. Type that into YouTube. They're doing this shit on purpose. They are trying to kill America. The people. Okay? You, me, your brothers, your sisters. They are trying to take our culture from us. And it doesn't matter where you're from. One of your family members fought for freedom. Whether it been in the civil rights movement or whether it be in war for freedom. Whether it was in the Civil War or just to survive. For those rights. And if you don't know them, you're cheating yourself. Read your Bill of Rights. Read the Constitution. Understand how powerful you are. We are as a people. Not as a color, as a people, as Americans, how much power we have. The reason why things are worse is because people are ignorant of it. They don't want you to know your Bill of Rights. They don't want you to know the Constitution. They want to sit there all day in colleges and say it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. And they make up their reasons why it's bad. But do they ever tell you what they are or what they mean? No, they don't. They're teaching children right now the United Nations Bill of Rights, not our Bill of Rights, our Constitution. These rights are from God, not from the government. Understand this. Type it in, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, and read it. And you'll realize just how important they are. You can't just go off of what someone tells you, whether it be me or your professor or your teacher in school. You cannot live life based on opinions. Read. Look up a documentary, a history. Even if you have to research it and get multiple sources on the Constitution or Bill of Rights, whatever, just do it. I don't know. I'm rambling. I don't know what to say because I'm trying to have a medium in this because I know how bad it's going to be. Read about the Civil War. If your kids are young and they haven't learned about it, read it. Tell them how bad it was. Explain to them that once this breaks out, it's going to be really bad. And you have to ask yourself and look in the mirror and say, is this really what I want? Do I want my child or children to have to, or grandchildren to have to see this? No matter how bad, I feel it's inevitable. Do I want it? Do I want my children to have to experience it? Do I want to see bloodshed? No. But all this is being caused by a tiny number of people who have tremendous amounts of money and power. And they've been using that for years. They were involved in all the wars, all of it. Just read your Bill of Rights and the Constitution. Read the history, and you will link it to the people who are causing it. And you will find that these people are involved in almost everything. Then it will become clear. It's very simple. Everybody wants to make it hard. It's simple.